Hello to all participants and viewers. Today we have a wonderful opportunity to present a recent successful collaboration between DocStudio and Globe POS. It was an incredible experience for us to assist Globe POS in their digital transformation journey by providing a solution to optimize their document exchange, management, and e-signature processes. My name is Alisa Konchenko. I'm VP of Business Development here at DocStudio. And joining me today are three representatives from Globe POS who will be sharing their experiences and insights, maybe some background and tips on this document digitization process. So let me introduce Paul Leduc, President, Priscilla Attard, Director of Operations, and Frances Buni, Accountant Third. Hi, Paul, Priscilla, and Frances. Thank you all so much for being here today with us. Let's start with a brief introduction. Can you please maybe give us a quick overview of what Globe POS does?
Globe POS is a retail technology company. We specialize in providing solutions and technology within the retail environment, whether it's the scales to digital displays to obviously point of sale to anything that's technology within an environment, including and not limited to, wireless networks and Wi-Fi and guest services, etc. That any types of grocery or retail environment would require. It gives us the flexibility to meet the needs of every and each individual customers while bringing a full set of solutions over time.
All right, and maybe you can tell us on what markets do you guys work, and in what territories do you cover?
We're more of a retail-oriented company, meaning we do groceries, convenience stores, pet stores, anything that's general retail. Our most concentration is in Ontario, Canada, but we do have national accounts across the country that we're required to serve.
Okay, thank you for this introduction. Now let's dive into the details of our topic today. So we will be building our conversation in the question and answer format. So my first question would be, what challenges did Globe POS face with document management before implementing an e-document management solution? And how were those processes handled previously? Basically, how have you guys created, initiated, exchanged, signed, and archived documents before?
So all our documents were basically held everywhere. I think a lot of businesses have that problem right now. They're all in different folders. No one can find anything. So that was our biggest challenge. It was really nice to implement DocStudio for the simple reason that suddenly we had, one system. All, our most important forms that we send to customers are all now centralized. It's a lot easier for us to follow up with customers to make sure we get that documentation. And it also ensures that we do not miss any important information. As the years go by, it's going to be a lot easier for us to find.
Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you for your answer. And my next question is, what processes and particularly document types did you digitize? And how were those, transformation impacted your operations? I know you kind of gave an answer a little bit about this, but if there is anything you want to add in regards to some particular processes and document types.
I will let Frances answer this question.
Okay.
Yeah, so in terms of documents, we basically digitalize all documents that requires to be filled out and signed by customers. Most of it were customer-related documents such as contract agreements, authorization payment forms, and registration, stuff like that. And we find this transformation really helps our business, really helps streamline our business processes and as well as improve our operations.
Okay, good. Thank you. My next question is, why did you choose DocStudio as your solution provider? Maybe are there any particular features or capabilities that you found really helpful?
One of the reasons that attracted us to DocStudio is not just the platform, because to an extent, each platform has their plus and minuses. I think the relationship and the support that we got from DocStudio from the beginning made all the difference. And that was for us a big plus. We were from good old fax to new technology. We didn't really always understand some of the synergies and some of the things that we could and did accomplish. So it was important for us to have the right support in place. And that's what DocStudio brought to the table more than any other platforms.
Okay, thank you. Frances, Priscilla, is there anything else you would like to add, or we can move on?
No, I think I can concur to what Paul has just said. So.
Okay, good. And following this question, what was the implementation process look like? How long it take you, or how hard it was to adapt to the new system?
Frances can probably answer that. You know, I don't use it all the time, but Frances definitely does.
Yeah, I would say like the solution, the DocStudio is pretty straightforward, and you know when we started, DocStudio provided some really good detailed demonstrations regarding that platform, and yeah, I did get a lot of help from Alisa regarding that site, and you know like DocStudio really has a good functionality. One thing I really like about that is the accessibility. You know, with DocStudio, I can easily retrieve files by searching keyword. Basically, it's really good.
Good, thank you. And I think my very last question for today is, what advice, based on your experience, would you give to other companies considering a similar switch to e-document management and e-signature platform?
I think a business benefit for a small business, and we are a small business, 20 employees, right? It was, I guess before we really dug into this, it was almost a scary proposal of changing a lot of our processes. How would we adapt to this? And I think as we went along, we started to see a lot of the benefits and digitize more and more forms, from our maintenance agreements to the few ideas that we had at the beginning and the centralization of documents. So I think it's always, I guess that you kind of have to almost push yourself to take the jump, because I think you really understand the benefit when you really start using it. So my recommendation would always be, you know, try it, implement it. Even if you try one form and optimize your solutions, you'll see the benefits and implement tons of other processes pretty rapidly after. But it's always take the jump. It's not as scary as it looks.
Listen,
Yeah.
I think from someone who loves paper as much as I do, and all my coworkers can attest to that. It's definitely, you know, a godsend. You know, the fact that we're not using as much paper now anymore. You know, if we're looking for something, it's right there. You know, I think it's made our life a lot more easier.
Good. Thank you very much for your amazing feedback. I totally agree with every single word. But actually, really, thank you very much for sharing your feedback, for experience, but actually for taking the time to meet here with us. So I think this concludes our interview for today, and have a wonderful day, everyone. And thank you for being part of this journey.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alisa.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good day.